Good morning to you. It has been a while, hasn't it? Already hard at work at your fields, I see. Even at the crack of dawn. Even in this snowy weather. Oh, please don't kneel. I know that the last time we saw each other, we both agreed to alter our relationship to be platonic. But does that really mean you're gonna be all formal with me from now on? With you kneeling and calling me Majesty? Because that would break my heart. Okay, then, please get up. I come to you not as queen, but as a friend. Forgive me for appearing at your estate at this early hour, but this is the only time I have free from the duties of the castle. Escorts? No. I requested, that is to say, I strongly insisted to not have escorts or guards with me this morning. Your residence is only a short horse ride away, so... And I have to say, it feels good to be out of the castle for a bit. Looking down from my castle upon these snow-covered fields can never live up to the memories I have of growing up on the wide open countryside. But more importantly than that, my duties as queen have kept me away from you longer and more often than I would like. And I've missed you. So is it that wrong of me that I just want to visit a loved one? In private? You don't have to be concerned about my safety. Remember, I have elven blood running through my veins. I can manifest crystals as sharp as glass and hard as diamond out of thin air. I think I'm more than capable of protecting myself. No, the biggest danger I will be facing is the long lecture I will be subjected to upon my return to the castle. My steward was none too pleased with me when I set out without what he deemed a proper amount of guards and escorts. Of course he means well, bless him. He has looked after my mother for so long, and now me as well. But he should not worry so much. And nor should you. Yes, she is doing exceptionally well. After you gifted her to me when I moved to the castle, I was a bit apprehensive that she might have trouble living at the castle stables. But she proved me wrong almost right away. Truth be told, she has acclimated to life at the castle a lot better than I have. Living in that big marble and gold castle, I can't help but feel isolated sometimes. I don't think I'll ever get used to the feeling of seclusion. I feel like a stranger in my own castle sometimes. You see, there are those who still have reservations about recognizing me as queen. And sometimes it causes tension. Oh, it's quite alright. When my mother positioned her only daughter as heir to the throne, she warned me it would be difficult because of the illegitimacy of my birth. And it's only natural that I would be compared with my mother. I'm like her in many ways, yet I'm not as sophisticated and regal, let alone as authoritative as she was. All I can do is try to be a good and just queen in my own way, even to those who would think me unworthy of the title. I care a great deal about the people living in this snow-covered land, and I'm filled with nothing but honor that my mother entrusted her kingdom onto me when she passed, Yes, it's an immense burden to carry, but this is the path I chose and I walk it gladly and proudly for my mother. Your words of encouragement mean a lot to me. I will try my best to live up to her and your faith in me. Oh, by the way, have you seen how the castle is decorated for the winter celebrations yet? If not, then you should definitely see it. Oh? You were actually planning a trip to the castle. Return something to me? Yeah, of course. I'll come inside. Can you wait here a bit for me, girl? It looks like she's glad to be back home for a bit. I won't be long, okay? Oh my word. I know it's only been like a few months since I last stepped foot in this mansion, but it feels like an age. You still have no desire for maids or servants? It amazes me how you keep this estate as clean and inviting all by yourself. It's one of the things I admire most about you. You do not think yourself above good, honest work. You tend to your own fields, do your own housework, tend to your horses. You have status of nobility, yet you are humble and kind. It's what drew me to you in the first place. So, what is it that you wanted to return to me? Oh gosh, I thought I had lost this necklace months ago. Wherever did you find it? In your bedchamber? Why on earth would it be? Oh, I, I must have forgotten it the last time I was here. I apologize. I remember having to leave in a hurry that morning. This necklace was always very special to me. I had it ever since I was a child. You see, it was the first tangible evidence that my powers were developing. I'll just show you. It might look like I just broke a necklace into tiny pieces between my fingers, but this is actually the first piece of crystal that I ever manifested. I can manipulate it however I wish, making the pieces swirl around us like I'm doing now. The queen, my mother, was so proud. She suggested I make it look like a piece of jewelry. There, good as new. Sometimes I think back on the days where I wondered why the queen was always so nice and interested in every aspect of my life, when I was only a stable maid, working for, well, who I thought were my real parents. Of course, it wasn't until she became sick that I learned they were actually really close friends of the queen, and not my parents. I was born out of a relationship she had before she became queen, and I had to be kept secret. That didn't keep her from making sure I lived close by though. Looking back, probably so she could visit. Thank you for returning this to me. You know, forgive me for speaking forward, but I really do miss you. How close we used to be before I became queen. I miss how I used to come visit you at night, falling asleep in your arms. I feel so alone sometimes. I know very well what we agreed. You're of the opinion that my people will look down on me if we continued the kind of relationship we had. I still don't see how you could even think that. I wish you would stop seeing yourself as beneath me. The only reason I reluctantly agreed with this decision is because I don't want to force you into anything you're not comfortable with. But I can't help but mourn the fact that we're now, well, a lot less than what I want us to be. In fact, this brings me to the actual reason for my visit. I'm going to ask you something, and it will be the complete opposite of what we agreed. But I can't help but want us to. Please, all I wish is for you to give it thought. Nothing more. I wish you to be part of my court. Yes, I have been meaning to ask you for a long time. I realize this is a lot to ask of you. Becoming part of my court would mean living in the castle, and that would mean leaving this estate behind. A place where we both have fond memories. Believe me when I say I do not ask this lightly. If you refuse, then I will of course fully understand. But I would not be able to forgive myself if I didn't at least speak my mind and made you an offer. An offer that hopefully shows you that, to me, it doesn't matter if I'm a stable maid or a queen. I want what we had again. What am I saying? I want so much more. Of course I'm not expecting an answer right away. I will, however, ask that you take this. It's an invitation to the annual winter celebration next week at the castle. You can give me an answer then. No matter what you decide, I hope you will at least grant me the honor of accompanying me during the festivities. We can walk through the halls of the castle or walk through the gardens. Both are beautifully decorated this time of year. There is so much more I wish to say, but I should be returning to the castle. I have many duties to which I must attend. And perhaps my words are best saved for next week? If you will attend, that is. Thank you so much. Regrettably, I must take my leave now. Thank you so much for your company. I look forward to seeing you next week. I was somewhat dreading the winter celebrations, if I'm being honest. Because it has come to my attention that certain individuals will be present, and I don't really feel like having to face them yet again. You see, they desire something from me, and I refuse to give it. Oh, it's nothing for you to be concerned about, I assure you. Besides, now that I know that you will be present, I will be eagerly awaiting your arrival. Come on, girl. We're going back to the castle. Thanks again. Take care. And I'll see you next week.